Today I'm going to be explaining 3 vocabulary words in the goal setting and decision making process for health. The first vocabulary word is values. A person's values is what they believe is good behavior and what is most important in their life. Because of how important they value it in their life, it will start to affect everything in the way they do. For example, if one person's values is to make sure that their physical health is perfect and at a really good peak, then they'll make sure that they exercise regularly, that they eat good food, that they drink enough water for their body weight, that they get a really good amount of sleep, or not too much sleep. However, if a person has a really high value in journal writing, then they'll make sure to value journal writing over exercising every day or something like that. A person's values really affect their goal setting because they're not going to set a goal that doesn't emphasize their values. Everything that they do has to hold true for their values, or they won't pay attention to it or really care about it. The next vocabulary term it's kind of a long one, is a short-term goal versus a long-term goal. A goal is simply a project that you want to accomplish. A short-term goal is something that's not going to take a long time. It's something that can happen in a matter of days or even less than a day or a week or a month. A long-term goal is something that can happen over years at a time. It can even be a lifetime project. A short-term goal, for example, could mean that you really want to perform that Bach piece on your violin at the concert next month, while a long-term goal is you want to get good grades so that you can get a scholarship to your favorite college so that you can graduate as a doctor in 14 years or something. A short-term goal and a long-term goal can be really similar too, even though the time difference is very different. Again, for example, a short-term goal could be running every day for 2 weeks until the track meet so that you can get a good finishing time or whatever. While comparatively, a long-term goal for running is running every day and exercising the rest of your body every day, eating good food, again, getting enough sleep, doing all the preparation that you need to for the Spartan race in Europe next summer. That is the difference between a short-term goal and a long-term goal, even though they're both so similar. The next vocabulary word is an action plan. Having an action plan for any kind of goal is very important because if you don't, you will be much less likely to get that goal done. And if it was initially a short-term goal, it might turn into a long-term goal because of how long it took you to accomplish it. One of the main things that you need to make sure to have in your action plan is you need to know exactly what you want to accomplish, why you want to accomplish, and basically just everything about your goal. One of them is to know if it's a short-term goal or a long-term goal. One of them is to know if it's a singular process or if it's a group effort. If it's a group effort, then you need to know who you're working with, what all of your values are so that you can all be on the same page, where you're going to meet, and how often you're going to meet. You also need to know how much time you're going to dedicate to your action plan every day. I find that writing down my action plan in a checklist is much easier because it helps me accomplish things without repeating steps because I can check it off and know that I've done it. These are just 3 vocabulary words that will help you understand the goal setting and the decision-making process a little bit better.